Welcome back, you beautiful people, to the Sturgian Mercenaries. Now, as you can see, we're up to 107, which is not a bad amount for us. We have just declared war on Valandia, which for us is actually a super good thing, because it turns out being a mercenary and having a decent sized companion group requires quite a lot of money.
Attack!
And if you are not fighting much, you end up bleeding a lot of it. So fighting is good for us. Also gives us a chance to get new companions and level our ones up as well. So we've got a few more than last time. What we've been trying to do is trying to get some archers sorted, because unfortunately the Valandian archers suck so bad that, well, we needed to go off to the Britannian territory and try to get a couple archers from them, which thankfully we have got, and some of them have leveled up into companions, which means that whatever their base stats are, they are just going to get better and better and better. So a-okay with that one. And see, someone got taken out by an archer. That is a very nice change for us. And also the Valandians have some decent gear that I will not mind looting off them. And also, if we can take a Valandian town, that means we can go in and see what kit they get from the open source armory as well. Obviously, all nice things. Just want to go fight them. Hopefully get a couple stats up on a few of our guys. So what did we get? We got a little bit. Willow Bark got a few points as well. Austin the Horseman got 1 more point. And yeah, just generally across the board, leveling up slowly. But that's the nice thing about the companions. After every battle, they become more and more powerful. Won't bother with the prisoners. We want to be able to move quick. We'll take all of that loot, and not that there's ever going to be much off looters, but we can smelt it down. Now, what I'm thinking is that the Valandian army is probably going to be coming, well, from Valandian territory. So it kind of has to either come across here or there. I don't really see them going all the way through the bottom and across, though they might, but then they go into other territories. So I'm hoping that if we go up here, we can create a little ambush. And talking about an ambush, we got a caravan. We are just going to try and cause as much trouble as we can for the Valandians. Though maybe not the best idea, for the simple reason that that makes the people in the cities dislike you. And obviously, if they dislike you, you can't get as many troops. And those guys are annoyingly fast. Right, we'll keep an eye out for the army. Safe to say that we have found the army. Plan, we're just going to keep ahead of it, keep kiting around. And then whenever we think that it is going to engage somewhere, so besieging Nasaka Castle, that's definitely not how you say it, but details, we head down there, jump in, and then we get a fight a defensive siege, instead of having to break in and then lose a whole bunch of troops. I imagine they probably will still come with this, even if we're there. Okay, cross entry into the castle, continue, and then wait here for some time. And hopefully they carry on down. Yeah, here they are. And looks like we get start off with a decent little siege. They're just going straight in. No, they are going to besiege us. We got 381 food. We got plenty there. We managed to smelt down a whole bunch of that stuff that the bandits got us, which then we're able to turn into those really cheap axes that sell for about 20k. So happy with that. Now we are quite outnumbered, which isn't great, but I think defensively our army should actually work particularly well. And we got Mangladels going in as well, so we're happy with that. Mangladels are a very good thing to have. Really good at taking out battering rams, so that is a chance. Okay, no, they're abandoning the siege. But if that extra army came in with that 110, we'd have been in a lot of trouble. Now, let's figure about how many we would have here. So we'd be we'd be over just to 300 if we get involved as well. Now is everyone piling in? Alright. Let's join the fight before this guy comes in and wipes us out. Sweet. Probably safe to say we're in command of no troops. Oh no, got pretty much my whole force. Where are you guys going?
Infantry, move! Footmen,
Okay, we'll hold the centre.
cavalry!
Let's delegate that off to
Sergeants,
someone
take
else.
command! Everyone!
No horse archers. We do have
Troops,
some heavy horse.
cavalry!
Okay, delegate that
Sergeants
off.
in charge,
And then our main
infantry!
horse.
Form a shield wall!
No.
Infantry, follow your sergeants!
Cool. Yeah, kind of wishing right now that we'd equip our guards with spears. Spears would be particularly handy against the Sturgians because they love their heavy horse.
Infantry, shields up!
I think that's going to have to be a shield wall right there. They have some fantastic crossbowmen. And we definitely are spread a little bit thin. Yeah. I don't think that this is going to go quite as in our favour as it looks like it should. Let's see if we can get first blood. One down. Nope, that's tree. You can hear horse. Woo! Moved out of there just in time. I don't think the horse is going to do as well as I think it's going to. And they've aggroed onto me as well. No, they're retreating. Okay, let's see if we can't pick any of these guys off. Okay, not sure what that big explodey thing was, but rate it. Getting behind. Okay, there's a mercenary scout done. Another mercenary scout. Okay, just hitting horses. Not what I was really intending on doing. Oosh, Finlandian champion down. Fool. Oh, you're not one of mine. Cool. Yeah, the axe seems to be doing what I describe as a pretty decent amount of work against the heavy horse. And I think we've cleared most of theirs up. Decent archers behind, in a good position, shield wall in front. Managed to mess up their charge, so they came in piecemeal. Our horse counter-attack drove them off. I'm happy with that. So long as we don't start charging in on them, we should hopefully be right. Crossbowmen in the back, standard infantry in front. And seeing as we're stood out in the open, I think having a shield up is probably not a bad shout. Now we're going to be better, far better if we stay in the defensive instead of actually charging in. So I think we just wait here and see what their next move is and then respond accordingly. It looks like their next move was send more horse because that worked so well the first time. They aren't even getting past the archers. I thought he got hit off. He like leant in with the spear and I was just like, oh, he's coming off the horse. But no. Hello, buddy. What are you doing down there? Dying is what you're doing. Yeah, fantastic. Also, who is psyched for the new Lord of the Rings mod? Now, I know it's not a new announcement, but I had a little scout out again at it, and it looks amazing. Actually insane. So it's got a lot of inspiration of the Last Days, so which is the warband version, but with obviously with the Bannerlord 2 engine. Yeah, that is something I'm definitely going to need a good graphics card for, because I don't think you can have a Lord of the Rings battle without at least 1,000 things on. Because obviously orcs, the way that they're meant to be played is they're meant to overwhelm the enemy, but as soon as you're limited at 200 aside, and yeah, I know that you get more troops larger your army is, but details would definitely prefer to be able to have say you ambushed a Gondor patrol and there was 200 of them and you had 600 orcs. Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be such a good scrap. So they're meant to just be able to like decimate the orcs. Then the orcs are meant to just overrun them. Yeah, I am excited for that. That's for sure. And well, they definitely don't seem to be doing much again. Looks like they are charging in this time. Cool. And thankfully we did give our guys, like all of the companions that we had, we did give them like an extra quiver of arrows. And seeing as like the Valandians only have like one quiver, yeah, that made a bit of a difference. Also, because I was feeling sneaky and smart, what we done is we mixed in archers with our foot infantry. So I was thinking, like a lesson from history. So the Swiss pike blocks, which like dominated like European like battle for like 100 years, they used to have like skirmishers in. So like people like depending on which, if it was at the start or the end of the century, they'd have like different weapons. But they would have ranged units put in, so they could go out and skirmish and harry. And then if the enemy came back in, they could then retreat into the safety of the block. So I was thinking, if we got the shield wall, but we don't give them shields, but they've got bows, ideally from inside, they can shoot out. So when we're fighting like the Khuzait and their horse archers, we'd have some of our archers safe because they'd be in the shield wall. But we'd actually be able to put some pressure onto the Khuzait horse archers themselves. And I was thinking that might work as a strategy. We'll also be keeping the old archers, like the main block of archers, to themselves. Okay, let's pull back. They were just regrouping. Issue of not having lots of heavy horse. Heavy horse right then, just go in, trample them down as they're retreating. Works beautifully. Yeah, this time that didn't play out. So we might have found a slight issue. It has taken me far too long to figure out why it was happening. Turns out if I press F9, that's how I end my recording, which is also how I get my troops out of the shield wall formation. So gonna need to be careful with that. So if you start seeing some like random cut jumps because I try to put people in the shield walls and then try to move them out, well, yeah, you now know why. Going to need to change that key binding somewhere before that becomes a actual issue. Now, our horse did get taken out, and oh, that's boring. The Sturgians are routed. Disappointing. I saw them moving across here, so I was like, all right, we can catch them out in the open. Let's take them down. And yeah, it just turned out they all ran away. Makes sense. I'd probably run away from the army that we're facing, but details. We'll capture them, take them prisoner, and I think what we're going to start doing, because we're a mercenary and we don't need the extra relational people to like us, we are just going to go and start executing the enemy lords. Now that's going to annoy everyone, but details, it doesn't really matter because we're not trying to start a kingdom, we are just trying to support Sturgia. And if there isn't any enemy lords left, well, we are going to be able to take over the world quite quickly. And so for our Sturgian defense, we lost one troop. One. And what was it? One of our horse. Not the heavy horse, but like the medium horse. I will take that. That's not bad at all. And then we've also got 3 Britannian Thanes that are going to level up, which is awesome. Britannian heroes leveling up, Britannian highborn. So we're going to have even better archers now as well off the back of this. And a bunch of renown, so you can get even more troops. Bang on. Your help was most welcome, stranger. My name is Ilzahar. Can I learn yours? My name is Yuri Ironside. Well met, Yuri Ironside. I'm in your debt for what you just did. I hope one day I'll find a way to repay it. Cool. Baron Osper. I yield. Congratulations on your victory. Oh, I would not be saying that, man. I'm going to put your head on a spike. Rumond, congratulations. Yep, head's going on a spike. And Belgor, your head's going on a spike as well. Sweet. And we can have one more troop and 15 things to level up. So Britannian Thanes, yes please. Mercenary Crossbowmen, yes please. Britannian Thanes, yes please. Thank you. Britannian Hero, thank you very much. And a couple more heavy horse off the back of it. Right, let's go Banner Knights. World Champions, Knights. Levy crossbowmen we're not interested in. You got anything good? Vanguards, horsemen, thanes. Yes, yes, yes. Knight gallant, and we'll just take the rest. I'm not too fussed now. We got all the good stuff. Decent amount of loot. Oh, we're going to make a fortune off that, and a whole bunch more horse. Okay, and turns out we needed boots, and they had boots for us. I can deal with that as well. And now, let's go and make everyone hate us, or spare. Okay, executing prisoner will negatively affect your reputation and will decrease your relation with the prisoner's faction and clan. You'll not be able to undo this action. Are you sure you want to execute this character? Yes. We are not chivalrous. Rumond. And this guy looks really, really important. Fools for fighting us. This is what we're going to do. We're just going to go around and execute everyone that we take. Like I said, we're not in it for the honour. We're not in it for the chivalry. We're in it for money. And we're mercenaries, and a very easy way to make money is by killing off the enemy lords. Actually, it's probably a really bad way to make money, because then there's no enemy lords left. Oh well. And trait gained. We trained the devious trait. Oh no. People won't trust us. That sounds like a them problem. Right, so pretty much straight after all of that, Idaron's party managed to catch up with an enemy lord. So obviously we're going to go in.
Everyone charge!
And I think we just charge. We just yeet in and hope for the best. I think we should be good with it, to be honest. They didn't seem to have anything too fancy. Our horse is going to mess with their horse. A1 is moving anyway. We've got a bunch of archers. So A1 goes in, just pull the archers back. Archers can just fire over our heads, which is good. Then these guys can get in close, because we are obviously still going to need the guys that are in the infantry with the bows to still get some skills up. And also gives us a chance to hit some things with a big old axe and try to get some levels. But yeah, they are out in the open. So they are going to have a super bad time. And these are some very low level units. I didn't really think I saw much in the way of cavalry or any cavalry. I think one of our companions is down, but details, that must be their lord. And yeah, another one of those fireballs came in. I take it I've given our companion something that I haven't realised. But either way, it still looks pretty cool. I wonder how much damage it does. So when it gets in close, well, if it actually lands on something, if it's actually going to make like a decent difference. But yeah, these guys are in such a bad situation. You got heavy light Sturgians. I want to call them Haskulls running in, but they're not. But they're close enough. And then we've got the breacher axes, so when it gets like stupid close, we're just going to shred them apart. Then anyone on the second row can hit over with the large axes. Oh, it is glorious. Such a dangerous combination. So first rank can actually do anything instead of just being pressed in the shields. Second rank can do stuff instead of just having to stand there. Yeah, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad in the slightest. I don't even think their crossbows are going to do much. Like, Valadian crossbows, great. Like, Valadian crossbow sergeant, I think is like my second favourite archer after the Britannian Thane. You turned up just in time, Yuri Ironside. I will not forget. And I do not care. Right. More troops to level up, more Thanes. And we quite like the Spearmen. They done a lot of work in the last siege. And it looks like we didn't get their lord. I mean, kind of makes sense if the other lords are there. And they'd be like, but we want to ransom him off and make some money. I was just like, but I want to kill him. Yeah, we didn't get it. Cool. I think off the back of this, sell all of this off, smelt down what we can. And then me thinks time to upgrade some of the kit on our guys. And maybe if our renown's gone up, which it might have. Yeah, it's gone up by a decent amount. Get some more companions in. So the axe I've been using to try and abuse the old smithing system, hence why we can't buy anything to smelt, is this. So we are taking the Northern Broadhead Great Axe Head, and then we are taking this pole here, which is the Studded Ash Two-Handed Axe Shaft. Bit of a wordy mouthful. And then bringing it down to 120. The reason we're bringing it down to 120 is it's a good length that basically mixes being able to attack, swing and reach. Forge a whole bunch of those out, and then where we've got the auto upgrade on our guys, they'll equip these if they need them, and then the other side is anything that our guys don't equip we can sell. But yeah, as you can see, super cheap to make and easy to bosh out. And then off the back of that we can just go and trade, and it is just a matter of finding decent equipment, because well, it's not really spawning in. Now I wouldn't mind a woodland U-bow. That would be quite tasty. As for the helmets, nothing too much that we're really all that interested in. What I think we're going to be looking for is more like fur armor. So we got white rough bearskin armor, so that's 25 and 6, which is not bad. And then we've also got a bunch of these, which is white wolf shoulders, but that also gives you 5 head armor. I don't know, I just think they look quite smart. And then along here we have Gnu, who's got black fur reinforced studded shoulders, so that's 21 and 6, and then a sneaky bear hood, so he kind of looks like a bear assassin, and a big old axe. And yeah, no one else has horses. Still back to the point about the issue is them not actually having the armor, and yeah, they don't have much, not enough money, so we're 2,784 down is what we lost on that, but we still made 18,000, which I am a-okay with. No companions in there, unfortunately, so let's carry on moving across. But what we did pick up was a bunch of mercenary crossbowmen, because, well, I kind of have a soft spot for them, and a free wanderers here. Awesome. So far we got the Iron Eye, who will be half decent in combat. That's fine. We have the engineer, who we can give a crossbow to, which we're fine with. And then we have the Wanderer, who will be half decent in combat as well. So standard procedure, we just give everyone a big old battle axe, so if nothing else they can fight, and then we just craft them a one-handed. The Iron Eye, well actually the engineer will get a crossbow. Chances are of them actually stocking one is pretty low. No, we can give him a light crossbow. Not that's going to be amazing, but hopefully gives him a weapon that he can actually fight with until we can get it leveled up to something better, which we are okay with. Take their one-handed off, and then we can smelt them down and turn them into some breaching axe. Strategically, probably one of the worst castles we could go for, because this is a long way away from the old Sturgian territory. And pretty much right in Valandian territory as well. But thinking, there's only like 125 defenders. Now there's a garrison of 76, so they might actually be pretty decent. Let's punch this open. 13 Valandian recruits, not too bothered. 13 levy crossbowmen. Now they're not amazing, but they're still going to be able to do a decent amount of work, just because, well, crossbows are really good. Valandian crossbowmen 9, Valandian sharpshooters 3. What we're most interested in is actually the crossbowmen, and then Valandian hardened crossbowmen as well. They do silly Valandian sausages. Thought they could take a castle from us. The Muppets. 653 against 430. Now, that might not be what we think it's going to be, and we definitely could be in trouble. Right. Cavalry, truthfully, commanding cavalry is not all that important, because what does cavalry do? You basically tell it to charge anyway. I think maybe controlling the archers might be more important. But then the other side is controlling the cavalry is definitely going to be a lot more fun than the archers. Let's control the cavalry.
Follow me!
Everyone on me. We're going to go find their cavalry and just charge right at it, because we have a whole bunch of decently heavy horse. And also means I don't need to deal with the archers. Archers are very good, but yeah, they're a bit boring to control. And yeah, everyone cripple your horses before we get in the fight. That's going to be our winning strategy. Right, a little bit worrying. Missed their horse. Ah, found it. 121. Don't mind that. Not a bad opening hit. You guys need to be doing something, otherwise if you stay here, I'm just going to kill all of you. Charge the horse in. And yeah, it just looks like everyone's just going to pile in. Can we get in behind them so the horse can't get out? Apparently we can. Oh, their horse is so done. And into the crossbows. Literally the only thing that's going to possibly keep you guys alive. And let's go kill as many as we can. Yuri Ironside, pull back. No, we've literally won the battle. Pile in. I need more troops and more commitment. Stop being a coward. And I wonder what castle we're going to be going in after this. Because we've got a decent sized troop, well, decent sized army now. So I don't think that we're going to be pulling back to... Actually, yeah, that's what the lords love to do. It's just like, we have an army that could like take a bunch of castles and cities. Let's go back into our territory and get our numbers back up. But we're going to have such bad leadership that by the time we get our numbers up, everyone runs away. And just be like, oh yeah, great strategy, mate. You should do that. Just be like, no, 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 no. Go in and win. Stop faffing about. I'm talking about faffing about. Heavy infantry is just awesome. And yeah, there are archers brought in as well. And whenever you guys are ready to finish this, let's make it happen. See, that being said, let's go for our horse. Our horse is super beaten up. Don't want old trusty dying. We need some athletic skill as well, because sieges, being faster, is almost always better. Actually, I can't think of a time when it wouldn't be, but details. I am not Sith. I do not deal in ultimatums. Die, die, die. Horse is just so awesome. And it's not very good on the floor still. Right. Yeah, just it saves your bacon so much, but then I wonder how many times people should have got like a whole bunch more kills, but they didn't because the horse just came in and piled them across. And not sure why, but they're trying to use those big boy two-handed axe one-handed, so maybe we need to go in and change them over to solely two-handed so they can't do that. So I don't really see an advantage using those big axes like one-handed because they've just got such a slow attack speed. So yeah, we changed out to one-handed. Not super great. It's a bit slow, you see. I'm throwing it out there. I think that we smashed that one. Like, proper smashed it. But then we did have, like, awesome heavy infantry that just, like, bulldozed, like, straight through their ranks. If their horse had come out and, like, broken up the formations, we wouldn't have done quite as well. But literally, Sturgian showed up as, like, one solid group of, like, shields and spears and axes and throwy stuff. Very satisfying. Oosh. Oosh. What's said about the Sturgian Heavy Spearman getting a lot of kills? And yeah, that's like another 4 leveled up. Awesome. Right. Basically just put everything into athletics on all of these. Now, trying to think. Is there one of these that we could do that would make them better? I think we'll put medic on one of them. Engineering we don't need. Yeah. So the reason we put medical on one is sometimes they choose medical perks that buff them instead. So then if that works, then well, we don't give them the athletics because the athletics they're going to get anyway. But if they can have like every time they leave a battle, they get 30% of their health back. And then like healing factor and then extra health from it. I think that could be super useful. Plus 20 in athletics, so we're now up to 91. Plus 13 in tactics. Plus 28 in two-handed and 14 on horse. Happy, happy days. Now, Gnu, how many did you kill? Killed 3. That's not bad. A couple one-handed, a couple throwing, a couple two-handed. Yeah, not bad going, buddy. You arrived just in the nick of time, Yuri Ironside. You have my dearest thanks. Like, your thanks is not needed. But you know what is needed? Your head. And your head. And your head. And take as many of those as we can. We're not too fussed about that. Level all of our bad man troops up. We're over on prisoners. That is fine, because we're about to lose 3 of them. All done, all that sorted, that's fine. Leave army. And party. Okay. Let's see if we can pronounce his name, seeing as we're actually going to kill him. Fernhard. Toodaloos. Cool. Beer can. Yep, see you later. And Thormund. See you later. Don't think that there's going to be too many Vlandians left soon. And I am okay with that. Might have got a slight little crash. So hopefully we are back to where we're meant to be. Crashes seem to be a running theme at the moment. But good point about it. The Britannians now want beef with us. And we are going to oblige. And we're going to fight them. And we're going to win. Okay, Britannian army just there. We could go and engage. I guess there's 197 in that. A bit more than that now. Cool, so we got the Vlandians, the Britannians, all trying to kill us. And they are going back for the castle. Sweet. Okay, let's go down there. Let's see if we can't do anything. Oh, actually, if we can get him pinned on this side of the river, maybe another lord goes and engages him, and then we piggyback in. I mean, straight up fight, we probably should be able to take him. 5 ranged, 25 cavalry, 8 infantry. That doesn't actually sound amazing. 37 Britannian volunteers. So that's like the backbone of his army. 14 wood runners, 13 clan warriors. Yeah, I reckon we should be able to take that fight quite happily, and then that's going to be another Britannian lord wiped out. And we're out in the open as well. Which kind of... Oh, and someone else joined us as well. Idarams. Cool, do you know what the volley's called? Cool, fantastic, no one cares. And don't care. Yield or fight. So we've got 188 versus 118. And I am going to take your head and put it on a pike like we have with just about everybody else that we have come across. Choices.
Troop attack!
Charge. F3 for the win. We definitely have this. Okay, let's actually deal with some of their horse first. Because if they start getting in behind our lines and into the archers, that'll be annoying. I mean, Britannian horse is decent. It's not amazing, but it is pretty decent. Okay, now you're dead. You guys are going down pretty quick. Okay, thankfully friendly fire's not on. Otherwise that would have been one of our horses down instead. Right. Oh, that looks like actually quite the slog. Okay, off the horse. Let's go 2 handsome people to the face. Oh, maybe not that many people at once. Okay. Skirmisher. Oh. I thought we were going to be able to get that turn in. Yeah, cool, we did. Okay, wildling. Interesting. Okay, take it this is the leader. Let's go give him a little love tap. No, just a flaxman. Oh, nice one, mate. Trying to throw a spear at close combat. You don't bring a bow to a knife fight, mate. What do you think was going to happen? Mate, they just got ruined. Absolutely ruined. That's, yeah. Good for us. Bad for them. And that's going to be, yet again, one more dead lord. We are at your mercy. You get no mercy, you're my prisoner. And any decent prisoners coming from them? No, not really. Okay, more horse, more archers, happy days. Cool, so it looks like we might have missed one battle. Fine, that's not the end of the world. And what is the end of the world for you? It's getting your head lopped off. We're so evil. It's amazing. I'm interested to see how they respond because we don't have life and death on. So, do they eventually run out of lords? That would be quite cool. And then what we could do is just spawn a bunch of our guys, get them into leadership positions, give them the engineers, the medics, and the stewards and all of that, and the scouts and all that fun stuff, and then just send them out. And they'll be working for us as like a subcontractor. Yeah, that'd be pretty beast. And with that, we need to bring the episode to the end. So thank you very much for watching the Sturgian Companion Mercenaries. I've been Konzi, who likes, comments, sub, support. It's been amazing. You guys are awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.